So Miyagi,
Yeah, see,
the dinosaur.
yeah, and when I say dinosaurs, not the blood, but the actual dog.
Yes.
People are 6, 7 generations from that now.
Yep.
Except George is still using Miyagi. He got him cloned. You knew that?
No.
He got him cloned, and he has little Miyagi now,
Okay.
who's I guess he ought to be close to a year old now because yeah, he got to be a year old. But Giagi, I know you've heard of Giagi.
Yes, I've heard of
Giagi is a
Miyagi.
Miyagi son.
Correct.
And so now Giagi is the face of that line.
Yes.
Dax doesn't have one. Ed Shepard died.
Yep.
So Dax sort of, you can see it in your dogs,
Yes.
but there's no big money way to have a Dax dog.
Yep.
Giagi, they still demanding really big money for the stuff you can get from the bully camp.
Yes.
But not so much as people who bought from the bully camp,
Mm-hmm.
unless they go and spend a lot of money and a lot of time getting their own brand
Yep.
based on they're dealing with that,
Yeah. Yeah.
So, that's the thing about the bullies. The bullies are far more about you than it is the dog.
Okay.
The Frenchies is more about the dog than it is you.
I feel that 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've found because I've gone and bought from many of the big breeds. I won't say all of them, but there's no way to buy from all. The biggest, I bought from many of the biggest breeders. Big breeder is a relative term. Everybody wants to be called a big breeder because they've been breeding 4 or 5 generations, but they might have started with $2 dogs.
Yeah.
And they've been breeding $2 dogs for 10 years, and now that they've gotten 12 generations. I've been, but it was raggedy dogs.
I hear you.
Or regular dogs. I won't say raggedy, regular dogs. To me, a big breeder is somebody who bought directly from the biggest people and have for generations created their own stuff that's directly from that. Big breeders, I'm not talking about experienced breeders.
Correct.
You can be experienced breeders based on time and investment and your expertise and your experience and your production. But to me, to be a big breeder is not about how many you bred or how long you've been breeding, but big impact on the game.
Yes.
That's what I call a big breeder.
Well, I agree. I agree with that.
To me, a big breeder is a person who has a big impact.
Correct.
Not a big pack of dogs.
Yeah.
Not a person that goes to every show and shakes every hand.
Yep.
And still doesn't have a brand.
Correct.
He has a reputation. He has a track record. He has a long line of productions, but he still doesn't have an impact where, like you see, Devil Spit.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lane. This guy has now, I think his name Papo.
Yeah.
He has now taken up a lane. But even under him, the guys with Dizzy Devil, you can say now those are called big breeders.
Yes.
Big breeders have many generations. They have a big impact on the game, and they're making big dollars on their best dogs.
Correct. Yeah.
If you buy stuff directly off his biggest name dogs, either you're gonna pay high 5 or low 6 figures for them.
Yep.
If you buy them from the breeder, if you buy them from people that have bought his best and bred them together, you're gonna pay mid 5 to high 5 figures for their dogs.
Yeah.
So I think that's my impression of it. So like I say, during the time I was not aware of all of that, that's when I was ROM bullies.
Yeah.
And when I got fed up with having a whole bunch of dogs and a whole bunch of people begging to become a part of something, and they don't have any money, and then when you go by and look at what it is they're gonna have your dogs living like, they can't even afford the dog you gave them.
Right.
They can't even afford the dog, not the dog game, They can't even
Or
afford
the
the
dog
dog.
itself. Yes.
The dog need to go to the vet. Next thing you know, you having to go, they'll call you. It's like,
why are you even doing this?
don't
At
have
this point?
transportation.
Right.
They're catching rides over to your house to breed a female that you let them get.
No.
So it's like, so I switched over to black card to make it clear.